Welcome back, troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. Is the third time the charm? This has been like one of the hardest guitars I've been challenged with getting that hasn't arrived damaged. We've had two bad luck times with the Carina Explorer from Epiphone. And apparently I'm not the only one that's ever had issues with this. So let's see if we get lucky this time, because if not, I think we're gonna switch to a different one for this new Guitar Day purchase. And to be honest, it's not sounding too promising. So here we go, the last time, 1958 Carina Explorer. It's either do or die. But I'm hoping this one arrives just safely. So far so good. Uh-oh, there it is again. That got smashed. Come on, we just want one good one. Don't let all this journey go in vain. The moment of truth. We still have a headstock, ladies and gentlemen. A bit dusty, but it's looking okay. No, no good. Still has a finish check line. It's not quite as bad as the other ones, but this buyer from the new Guitar Day program was definitely looking for perfection, and when you're paying the price that you do for these guys, you kind of expect it, to be honest. So if nothing else, this is a sign to Epiphone that they need to revise their Explorer shipping packages, because 3 times is not an anomaly. I think they just need something better for their Explorers. So unfortunately, the review for this one is now officially canceled. The segment was initially meant to be the unboxing and review, but this one's gonna have to go back too, unfortunately. Okay, round 2! Welcome back, troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. Today we're going to unbox 3 of these guitars. 1 from a celebrity, and 2 from... I really don't remember what's in that box. Alright, let's go ahead and do this one. You might have noticed that this one has been retaped with eBay tape. You remember Trade Tuesday a couple of weeks back? I accidentally started unboxing something else. Yeah, it was this one. So this is a model that I need to review because I've reviewed every single other one from this particular series. And it's a very little known 80s model. Kind of like the forgotten stepchild of the VSG and the Paul Firebrand series. And it's been a good 2-3 years since I've even had one of these. But when I got my first one, I kind of just went crazy and I got every single iteration, including the reissue, and I documented them in my old style. But this is the only version that I have not had. And when Gibson reissued these, this is the one that they chose to stylize it after. And I was really confused because all the other ones had mahogany bodies. So when they reissued it with maple bodies, I was like saying, dude, Gibson, you got this all wrong. But no, it's this particular one. These are such bizarre cases. They were only used, I think, for this exact model. Looks like we're missing that bottom one. But what is the model that I am talking about this entire time? The 335S. A solid body version of a 335. And wow, this thing is freaky looking with the maple body. And it's a true Firebrand where they branded it into the headstock. What was that? Never like to hear freaky, creaky sounds when you first pull a guitar out. Did the neck break? Nope, doesn't look like it. We've got a little bit of a shrinkage to the body where the neck feels like it's actually a little bit bigger now. But take a look at this goofy thing. I love the tuners on this one. They're the closest thing to what the Spotlight Special Antique Naturals used. And this bright color's throwing me off because like the professional series, you can find like the Silver Burst ones that I've documented. These were like one of the earliest ones to have Dirty Fingers pickups, I think. Maybe that's something else I did not realize. Maybe this actually has the Tim Shaw PAFs, because those are not Dirty Fingers. I can tell you that by just not having the double row of adjustable pull pieces. So kind of a cool one to redocument, and I'll basically just retell you the entire tale of these, because it has been a while since I've talked about this obscure model that not everybody knows about. to be honest, they're not my favorite guitar. I much prefer the Les Paul variation, but you know, it's just kind of one of those quirky 80s things. Moving on here, famous guy or Lucas Nelson? That's just my notes from that one video. I really do not remember what is in this box. I can tell by looking at this, I think it came USPS from like California, and I thought it was going to take forever to get here. But at the same time, I think that's the same story from something else. From that last Trade Tuesday SG video. So I'm gonna be just as surprised as you guys. I think I forgot what I purchased. Uh-oh. Sorry. Once again, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. That is for a different video. Yep, that all makes sense now. This one came from Japan. That's a separate unboxing video. So you've either already saw that before or we haven't seen it yet. So let's move over to this one. It kind of feels weird calling somebody that I consider a friend a celebrity at this point. But about a year ago, Robert Baker came over. We kind of hung out for a day. That was a fun couple of episodes there when he traded me some guitars for that Stratocaster that he ended up giving away to somebody. But he had purchased a Telecaster earlier that year from Sweetwater. And he had sold it when he purchased his vintage Stratocaster. I mean, that guy has just been on a super vintage hunt spree lately. And I'm talking like true 50s, 60s Fender type stuff. I mean, I thought the Stratocaster was cool, but I didn't get jealous until he got that Esquire. Those are cool guitars. But anyways, somebody had purchased this Telecaster from him, and they contacted me. They're like, hey, do you want to buy Robert Baker's X guitar? It's like, well, I guess. But excellent pack job from this guy. But here you can see right there where it was sent from him, right on the shipping label. But what guitar would that be? Apparently it comes in some sort of a gig bag. My last one had a case just because somebody had added it. I'm just flabbergasted that this made in Japan Telecaster does not get a case. But it is this one, the Richie Kotzen Tele. These are cool guitars. Now I do want to make mention that this now has a smoke odor to it. A little bit unfortunate. I don't like smoky smelling guitars, but you know, when you play them in bars and stuff, usually that'll happen. But here we go, Robert Baker's old Richie Kotzen Tele. He really didn't own this thing that long, and I asked him, why did you sell it? Did you just not like it? And it ended up coming down to, you know, once again, he just wanted to purchase that vintage Stratocaster. So the thing about these guys that makes them cool is A, they're made in Japan, very high quality stuff. I think, do these guys...
I've actually already reviewed one of these before if you want to learn more, but this signature Tele actually does not have a tone knob. It has a two-way position on a knob for a serious parallel position within your middle. Unfortunately, all the wires came undone off of that, so it's not actually functional on this guitar, so that'll be needing repair.
But they've got that really big feeling neck. I mean, this one doesn't quite feel as big as my last one. I mean, it's still a chunky 50s neck, but you've also got the abalone inlays instead of mother of pearl or just plastic. This one even has a little bit of figuring to the back. That's kind of cool. That's going to be the end of all the guitars that we unboxed this time. So let's go ahead and move into some boxings. Oh man, this is a hard one to say goodbye to. I know what that original owner was feeling when he sold this thing. But this is that Silverburst Les Paul Custom that I met up with the original owner. We did a little deal in the parking lot of a Walmart, and I took it home, cleaned it up. Whenever I spend a lot of time with a guitar, that's kind of when I, like, you know, fall for them and want to keep them. And my initial plan was to keep this around for when the Adam Jones eventually came out, but at the same time with that reverb fee increasing, I wanted to, you know, give somebody a chance to get that before it went out, and that's why it sold before the video even came out. And luckily they paid just 4 hours before they hiked up that price on August 4th. So this one is actually going to go up to Canada for a little bit. I made sure to take a bunch of extra photos, took a bunch of B-roll, so we got that all planned for when the Adam Jones signature comes out. But just look how beautiful this thing is. It's aged perfectly. It's not too green. It's still got a little bit of silver to it. It's just such a beautiful example. to pack up here is the trio of paranormal squires here. We'll just do it all in one setting. Kind of an interesting series, you know, $400 and under. This Thin Line Cabernita is definitely the top dog all around winner, but I personally like the baritone the best because it's the most unique out of all of them. Let's go ahead and get them packed up. And another one for us to pack up, the Lucas Nelson signature guitar. For some reason, I always want to call him Lucas Nielsen, and it's because I didn't realize, you know, who he was the son of. But yeah, this is the son of Willie Nelson, but I don't really think he wants to live off of his father's popularity, because even in his video, he never mentioned his father's name once. So, kind of a cool little 56 reissue Les Paul Jr. I'm glad I did the review and demo. I mean, it's nothing, you know, incredibly fancy, but it was fun to get some B-roll shots of a Les Paul Jr. anyways. And who knows, maybe these things will become collectible one day because they didn't make all that many of these, but they're still currently in production, so even that might not come true. It's just a cool Les Paul Jr. Let's leave it at that and get it to its new home.
Thank you, Troglodytes, for tuning into this boxing unboxing episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.